You good?
Oh, yeah, man.
Okay. Don't forget, I got this power wire too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it in. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. El Toro Loco. They have a big El Toro Loco remote control car. Like, giant.
Right.
Yeah, just saying. I mean, it's no yo-yo, but... What's up from Holland? Hey. Going to the Emma World Finals?
Nope, I'm not going.
But I'll be there.
I don't care who is going.
Oh, shush. It was your idea, not mine. Hey, from Myrtle Beach. What's going on? What's going on, Danny? So today it's towards the end of the day. Dude, is that an FJ? Those are sweet. It is an FJ. It is an FJ. You know what? I'll tell you about what we're doing in the FJ. We don't have a ton of cash. Do you guys have dash cams that you recommend? Check out the Kenwood dash cams. They're pretty awesome. But there are a lot of dash cams out there, so definitely do your shopping. But we do use the Kenwoods. So what's going on in this is a couple things. One, they wanted a backup camera, so we made this custom mount for a backup camera. This is like 8 layers of 1/4-inch acrylic that are stacked on to each other, so it has nothing to do with this. This is a lot different than a Jeep. There's actually a catch for the wheel right here that's metal that's built into the bracket, plus the whole pattern is way bigger than a Jeep. So our mount is the size of this here, and it's about that thick, and what it allows us to do is we actually screw it in like this, and then there's layers upon layers of different hole patterns so that we could then get to this, and then the camera is countersunk in to the actual bracket. There's a hole in the back, and then these attach that whole layer of camera assembly to it. It then goes down, and there is a wire located right there because there's a seam here, so that wire then travels behind. There's a giant grommet here behind his license plate. We'll just do that behind his license plate. So then that comes into the door here, and let's zoom back out. Comes up through the boot and then goes all the way forward, and then you tap the reverse. Would you tap the reverse wire back here?
No.
No? It's up front somewhere?
It's going to be in the front.
Oh, you haven't done that yet? We're also adding a P312 with our harness that is right there. So this will just sit just like that. This is shrink wrap. So these are all shrink wrapped wires and braided. It's designed to come apart. There's more braiding along that size. It just took hours. This was a pain in the butt. He ran the wire, I built the thing. We put a lot of time into just making a camera. But the nice thing is it's located right in the center of the car. This is an Echo Master little cube. It's got the dynamic parking lines. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that was not fun. But I guess it was fun because I got to play with the laser for a couple hours and figure everything out. Now, what's going on up here is it already had the power base component set in it, so it's the tweeter and whatever's in the door. And we're keeping that, but we're going to pull these tweeters out and running wires into the dash because we're going to go active on them, passive active, meaning we're going to keep the crossovers that are attached to them, but we're going to power it with the Alpine KTA 450 little tiny amp here. So this will be 2 channels in, which I've already got the RCAs plugged in. These 2 channels will be for the tweeters. These 2 channels will be for the mid bass in the door, and then the radio will power those little crappy speakers in the headliner, and then this will go off. So I haven't got this harness built yet, but this, instead of mounting it to the back of the radio, because this uses a plastic dash kit, because he didn't have the metal brackets, he had this fine radio in it before we got to it, so we had to switch out to a Metro dash kit, which is universal, because it looked like crap. This kit looks way nicer, fits in, but I don't trust all that weight to these brackets, so we made our own. There's a giant bar in the dash, so this will just go attached like this, 2 screws, ground will go next to that, and that'll hold this in. Plus, that allows us to get to these gains super easy, which is really cool. So that's going into the dash. Fernando is running the wire for the P300 now, putting the loom and everything. The backup camera wire, you can see, is laying right there. But we have a box. I have an awesome Primo 165 active. Where do I cross it, the tweeter and the mid over? Thank you very much. Honestly, I don't remember what we figured out. Do you remember on the Audison what we... I don't remember. But they have great tech support. So just give Electromedia USA a call, and Mr. Christopher McNulty will help you with that.
And say hi.
And say hi. Yeah, just give him a call.
Okay.
Oh, Morel's in the house. Hey. What's up? Is that the new... Okay, so as promised, we are going to be reviewing or putting up the video that we did last week or the week before last on the Audio Frog 4 channel.
Yeah.
And then this package arrived yesterday. We didn't have time to go on.
Arrived.
Hi, Natasha. But anyway, so we got this package, and we thought we would open it up today. We still have some other stuff over here, but we're not going to deal with that. We want to kind of give everyone the... Ooh, so there's an amp in there. It's... Dude, why? Why? Like, we got enough crap to do. Picking all this stuff up isn't really on my list. Like, it's been a rough day, okay?
It's like...
Yeah, no, it's been a rough day. So, yeah, so we have the Audio Frog A600.1. So we'll get to do a second video with the... There you go. Look at the size of Fernando's forehead right there. No, it's because it's getting like some I don't know, some distortion,
glare.
Lens distortion up in the corners, so it's like giant forehead. But yeah, so this is the mono block to match the 4-channel. Now we already gave the 4-channel back, so that went back when we were at Master Tech Expo. We took it with us, and so this is supposedly 600 watts. Which we'll put on the dyno and make sure. Probably do this and probably have this video up in like 2 weeks. But yeah, so this is the new 6.1. So basically what you have is a 4-channel at 100 by 4 at 4 ohms, 150. Well, you guys will see once we get the video up. And then we'll have this cool little mono block. Yeah.
Tiny.
So it's a really unique design how they did this, because like, you know, you can see the circuit board right there, and the heatsink is coming down into the amplifier. There's little pads that come down and attach to the hot points of the amplifiers. It's really kind of a cool design.
Yeah.
It's a brick phone.
Hey man, I think at some point we're gonna get into this.
You need help.
I know.
But anyways,
so
we have this to play with in a little bit, and see how much power we can get out of that.
That's right.
But I wanted to open this and just kind of like tease you guys, because tomorrow you'll get the Audio Frog video there, and that's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
God, it's been a long day. A lot of work today. A lot of just little maintenance. Like, for example, just like putting that backup camera in there, it takes a ton of time. A lot of people don't. It's like something simple. But like figuring out all the math to do that bracket. So you know what? I still have the... Paul tells me, he goes, "Hey, you should save that file, because we might have to do another one at some point." And I'm like, it's a laptop, man. Where's it gonna go? All right, so we'll dismiss this. Oh, my battery's getting ready to die. Let's see if my computer will work. So here is the file. So this is the plate that goes first. So this is the first plate, and there's rivets, M5 rivets on the top and bottom of it, and then these are for the screws these are the middle plates. So there's a ton of middle plates here, and these holes are so that when we screw these in, the top of the screw can then go over the top of it. And then there's 2 of these plates, which are for the camera. There's one at the very end, and then there is one of these. So this is 1, then 2, then 3. The reason why you need this as number 3 in line is so that when you screw this in, the bolts go through here, and then you have a place for the nuts to go onto the back before the next one of these goes in line. And then these 2 holes here are for these cool things, which we haven't done a video yet on, but I plan on it. These are heat nut certs. So what happens is this goes on to like the tip of a soldering gun, and they get super hot, and then you sink them into the acrylic, and then they cool, and now you have a brass fitting inside of your acrylic. And of course they come in totally different sizes. For this we use the M5, and that allows us to screw all those layers together and keeps it nice and tight. And so that bracket is what you can do. Now, you could easily do okay, I'm not going to say you could do that without a laser. It just made it way more convenient with the laser, because you could have just used like one of these Mobile Solutions pucks that they have. Use one of these guys and just, drill circles and holes and all that other fun stuff. But why when you got a laser, right? It's way cooler. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, so that was the fun to there.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
Yeah, no, it hasn't.
Not really.
That was one of those things. The other thing too is like we weren't actually expecting to do a backup camera on this one. It wasn't part of the plan. Originally, it was just going to be the sub, the new amp, and the new radio, and then they went ahead and did that. What's up, Elias? What's up, Bobby?
What's up, Bobby?
Will it work with ABS too? It will work with ABS too.
Which one?
That bracket that we made. However, you can't cut ABS on a laser if that's what you're asking, because the stuff that ABS is made out of is very flammable and not good for your laser.
No.
So acrylic it is. I know. How
and
cool.
They look pretty.
It does look pretty. It's got that nice mirrored finish to it. Like, and for those of you guys going, what the hell are they talking about? I just tuned in late. We're talking about this bracket here for the camera. Yeah. So fit in nice and perfect. Now you can still take the wheel off and do all that, because like I said, it has that shelf there. And inside this rim, there's a catch. So I really like the way that Toyota designed this. It's way safer than what Dodge does for Jeep. You'd think that they would, put some effort into it, but they don't. No fire. No fire. Fired, maybe. Like, you could fire me. I would be fine with that. I could use a couple days off. I wouldn't complain. But listen, guys. What is today? Tuesday? Yep, Unmasked is on tonight. So if anyone is interested in checking out what's going on, Kicker, I have no idea what the plan is for their show. With the RTA2, can I test amplifier wires to get left and right, etc.? Yes, it's an electrical RTA, so it has 2 inputs. You can connect it to any 2 inputs you want. If you're like back and you have a factory amplifier, and let's say you take it and you fade it all the way to, let's say, number 4, which would be the back right speaker, and then you make yourself a set of probes. That's the cool thing about the IRTA2. You can make any probes you want, and you make a set of probes, and you just start probing the outputs until you get one that's doing this, and that'll tell you, hey, this is that.
Yeah.
So yes, you can do that. Anyone asking for a drop-down screen anymore? Maybe I think we do like 3 a year. Yeah.
I don't think we have done.
I mean, I think we did it like 2 or 3 last year. That was about it.
Really?
Yeah, because we forget about them. I mean, who cares? Yeah, no, we've been doing them. We just don't do a lot because it's not that important.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Dean is so cool. Dean is not cool.
Dean is so cool.
I mean, no, I'm just like any other dad. I'm not cool.
What did Elias say?
I have no idea. I wasn't listening. Flames aren't good for any amps. Dean, I know that.
No, actually, they're good, man.
But Audiobond flames were. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Those flames were sexy.
That was mine.
So I think you're wrong, Elias, because those chrome flames that the Audiobond amps had were pretty dope. Just ask Fernando. He had a set of those.
I had a set of those, man.
Hell, Elias, you probably had a set of those.
Oh, really?
Just calling them out. Why not, dude? I mean, those woofers with the flame jobs on them. Oh, those were so cool back in the day. Like, who didn't want those? Oh, yeah, crappy meters. Fernando's definitely way cooler than me because he's younger and, you know, has that cool accent that all the women love.
¿Qué pasa?
I applied sound deadening for the doors. I applied sound deadening for the doors lately, but still hearing sound. I think, not sure if the window assembly, any suggestions about that problem? So when installing sound treatment, there's a couple different methodologies behind how you're going to do it. And definitely a lot of different processes that you'll see on Instagram here when people post pictures. They're different. The reason why there's so many different things is because, for one, there's speed and performance versus what you're actually trying to do. So when you're done, you may not have gotten everything you think, but most of the time, the thing that rattles the most is this stupid thing here. Like, all of this causes a lot of headache. Yeah. And a lot of people just don't spend any time on this. They spend all their time on the actual, you know, this part of the car. So what ends up happening is you get this sound, it's freaking awesome, but then this rattles. And it's like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. So it's I don't know, man. I don't have any good answers for you other than when you hear something buzz, you know, play a tone generator and see what, you know, and then just try to figure out where it's coming from, and then pull it back apart and apply some more sound treatment to that area and see if you can get it to stop.
That's right.
And that's just it. The Spirits with the Skulls are the hotness. Ooh, the skulls.
Oh, yeah.
Those are pretty sexy, too. And let's be honest, anytime you can make a speaker look like a tattoo, isn't that awesome? We all had a set, still
awesome,
do.
But it looks awesome.
Is Nando going to Ultra this weekend?
Oh, I wish. I don't have that kind of time or money, dude.
I think it's
That's
more
Christian.
time. I think it's more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is for sure. Deadening stuff. Dampening.
Yeah.
Dampening.
Sound dampening.
Yeah. And not the wet kind.
Sound treatment, sound dampening.
Yeah, we just call it sound treatment. That way we don't have to deal with all of the, like, goofballs out there that are, it's like,
I mean,
so people get really particular about how you say that. You're not killing it. You're not getting it wet. Assembly and store, assemble in stages to find the buzzes as you go. Yeah, because sometimes you know, a lot of the times if you just put a whole bunch on thinking you've done this great job and then it turns out like, no, you missed this one little thing and you're like, oh man, you could have just put that one little piece of sound treatment on there and then like, door would have sounded great.
Now you have to redo it again.
Now you got to redo it again. Right, Oscar? Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Oscar knows.
All right. I got to get going. We got to get back to work on this. We just wanted to come on and show you the new amplifier that Andy sent us to borrow, to play with, to see what kind of power this bad boy does. So this is the new Audio Frog 600.1. Tomorrow we'll have the video up on the 4 channel, so stay tuned for that. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. He doesn't like Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather?
No.
Oh.
No. Why? Why, man? Why?
Floyd Mayweather Jr.?
No. It's the pink.
The senior?
By the way, which one is pink? Good day, everyone. Good day.
Hi, Morale.
Oh, Natasha. I need to call you, Natasha, or you need to call me so we can go over what we talked about. I've just been so busy I haven't thought to... I think about you all the time, but... Actually, I think about Casey Moore all the time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We'll just, we'll lie. Anyways.
What's Oscar?
See, Oscar should have came to Master Tech Expo because he would have had a blast hanging out with us when we went to Casey and Natasha's house.
Yeah.
And had
that
awesome tacos.
Cool. Tacos.
I mean, she left the grill on and almost blew up the house, but, we won't talk about that.
Well, Casey left the cooler open, so...
Did he leave the cooler
open?
Yeah. He didn't leave the refrigerator.
They have problems, man.
They got problems. They got 99 problems.
Yeah, but the house ain't one.
But the house ain't one. And we got to spend the night with Frankie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Frankie
awesome.
was... Frankie was the only reason why I went.
No kidding, right?
Yeah, because Frankie's crazy. That's 12 Volt Marketing Group for those of you that are interested.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Shh. Don't ask, don't. Don't ask, don't tell. Isn't that the rule?
Hey, Dean and Fernando, I'd like to schedule a full 3-way front and rear fill install. Yeah, man. Just
727-216-6170. Get on the list, or email Paul at spell it out, 5-Star Car Stereo. Spell it out. Don't just put the number 5. At gmail.com. Email him, and that'll get you into the queue. And eventually, you'll get a phone call from me. No, right now we are very busy. And it'll probably be at least a month before I get back to you.
Right.
And another month
Couple
before
weeks.
we actually do it. So.
Just make sure you put a good description.
Yeah, give us some information
on what are you trying to do, what car, make, model, you know, type of product that you would love to, or you kind of familiar with. You know what I'm saying.
The usual.
Yeah.
Give us your bio.
You know the usual.
We want your bio.
You know.
Like long dinners. And
exactly.
Walks on sunset.
What high school you went and all that stuff.
Dude, I am so tired of getting in and out of this truck today.
Why?
Oh, because it's killing my knee. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Johnny?
Yeah, my knee is hating life. Oh.
Who's buying all the dang 4-channel 4000 series RCAs? Exactly. I don't know.
Not me. I don't buy 4 channels.
We don't have them.
Yeah, I ain't using the 4 channel, that's for sure.
Yeah, what are we doing on here in this truck, man?
So this truck got the Rockford. Okay, so I believe the conversation, I might be wrong. It's been a couple months since I've talked to this person, but I believe the conversation was we wanted something powerful, Rockford, and we may or may not wanted waterproof because this thing is a lowrider. So we went with the M5 1005, and then we did, he bought the plug-and-play focals for the front and rear that he put in himself. It's got the P3 wedge box behind the seat, which for anybody that owns a Toyota or has followed the show,
I mean, you can see it right there.
It fits perfect. It was made for this truck. We actually have a box made that is 2 of those. So I just took the measurements off of that, readjusted the airspace, and that's what we have made to go behind the seat in this because it's such a perfect fit. Hold on, I gotta grab an impact.
Hey, what's up, Jason? Jason said that was awesome night.
Fro last night was the best. Got to meet the wife and kids.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, those kids are talkers. I couldn't get those kids to shut up last night, man. They were just talk.
Did they talk more than you?
They didn't talk at all. I think the hit as always was Haley.
Oh, really?
Once his wife found out what Haley did, that was it. So.
Dude, look at these things, man. I feel like how the tall people feel like.
Yeah, my head is below, like, yeah, the window is...
So if you were right here, like, look.
You can see the shiny spot on the back of my head.
Correct.
But yeah, no. Okay, here's the mirror. Watch.
That's insane!
And I'm 5'8".
Nah, you're not 5'8".
5'8". You think 5'9". How many more?
If I jump, I would die.
Like, I think Haley tells me, she's like, I'm 5'6.5", and I'm like, that doesn't count.
5'6 3/4.
Milwaukee. Ooh. So we bought some new batteries for the Milwaukees. We got these 9 amp hour lithium
very nice
batteries.
Yeah, very nice.
Ooh, these things are beast, man. Yeah.
Techno Express official. What's going on, guys?
Hold on.
Damn, 12-inch lift. There you go. Kind of.
Yeah. We were trying to figure that out. Not intently, but we were just trying.
How did you fit it in the garage?
Honestly, it wasn't the height that was the problem, it was the width.
Yeah.
Because the tires are bulldogged out, so what bulldog has to do with the lower front end.
Let me go.
Tires are so wide.
They're super wide. Dude. Well, you can see how wide they are. They're wider than the steps. So, it's huge.
They made that girl's butt look so skinny.
Yeah. I had to use a small step stool because, you know. But yeah. Let me come on this side.
So and then it got the 10-inch screen up in the dash.
Kenwood.
So this is one of the trucks. And it tilts, so
Yeah.
Fernando was sitting in the seat, so it's tilted kind of low. If you guys have been noticing us using these Tupperware dishes like in the background.
We don't have the money for the new ones, right?
Yeah, that's
right.
what it's money. Money's the problem. So I saw this from another shop. So this is one of those live and learn things. They have a bunch of these, and this is what you use when you take your car apart. So a lot of guys, we cover the seats, we cover everything. And some guys, like, I know Mark likes to have that tray and it has all the little things labeled, but that's not really practical for production.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yes, if you're going to build a car and you're going to have it in your install bay for a year, then something like that makes a lot of sense. But, we're taking this off and it's going back on in an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is the only door we're going to work on. So we'll take this door off and all the little bits and pieces and everything, they'll go into here. And this will be for this door. So if he takes 2 doors off, we have 2 of these. And so each door will get their thing. We take the radio apart, they'll all go in here. And so it was a great idea that I saw somebody else and I was like, oh, I'm going to steal that.
Yeah. That's true. God bless you, man. You okay?
Oh, no. That really hurt. But, yeah. So, and unfortunately I bought crappy ones.
Yeah.
Because, anyways.
Yeah, so... Like Dean said, we have the 5-channel amplifier, the M series. We have the Kenwood 10-inch screen in the dash. We have a B312.
Yeah, with the grill.
Yeah.
The shallow.
Exactly, the shallow ones.
T for truck.
T for trucks.
2 or...
Yeah, exactly, like literally. You're right in the headlight.
Oh, we also put in a front camera.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
So we added today. Okay, dude, this week has been freaking. Dean figure out how to put cameras in car weeks.
Yo.
So, if you think about it, it's funny. Mm-hmm. So what was it? Monday we had the FJ Cruiser that I spent hours designing a laser bracket for that. That turned out really nice. And then we had a Dodge Ram come in, and the Ram that uses that high-res camera that nobody makes an adapter for yet. Metra is working on a camera replacement like they have for the JL and JK. So you can pull that high-res camera out, unfortunately, and pop it back in. Now Alpine does make an adapter for their Jeep Radial, but they don't sell the adapter by itself, so we can't get it, which really sucks because that was my original idea.
Right.
But the first plan was to buy the Metra, a pre-built one. And Metra, like everybody else, hasn't been able to build it yet. So that means Dean has to go to work on the laser. So that was building a mount to go into the factory mount. And what I did is I took the Wrangler camera because I figured Dodge isn't going to vary too much from their cameras, and they had. So we had to laser like some really intricate parts to get this Wrangler mount camera to fit, but it was nice. When it was all said and done, it literally just clipped into place.
Snapping.
So I had to like pat myself on the back for that. And then we had to do a front camera on that one, so that was a lot of fun. And then this one got a front camera too. And this is just an Echo Master camera. But what's cool about these is you can. So the big 10-inch Kenwood has the reverse front image built into it, but none of the other radios do anymore. So, but this camera has the wire to cut to do mirror. And then we had to find because originally we had we were going to do a Kenwood camera, and Kenwoods don't offer that, and we were doing a 907, which doesn't offer that. So we had to change tracks, which means pull out the Kenwood, and we had I think it was a Crime Stopper.
Yeah, it was a Crime Stopper.
Which was really cool. That was a company that Rockford used to own, and then somebody else bought, and I think it's an Audiovox company. I'm not really sure, but their camera was cool because it came with all these different mounts in the box, and we were able to adapt that, which was a really pretty camera.
That was really nice. All right.
Yeah, it's just this week has just been like, let's put cameras and make.
It's been backup cameras, front cameras,
and then we had to do a USB. Where did that? Oh, So it was a Dodge Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was a mock-up, and I when I was cutting it, I cut these holes too big. These are actually
no, it's
cigarette
not
lighter.
a can opener.
It looks like one, right? It looks like a bottle opener, no doubt, right? That's what I was thinking. But this was the mock-up we did for the truck, because in the Dodge, it has like the dual USB, the dual USB-Cs, and the aux jack, and it just looked terrible. And this was a 911. We had to fix it. Somebody else had done the stereo in it. We had to take it all out and put a new one in and fix a bunch of stuff. And they literally had $70,000 truck, and they had the USB coming out of the glove box, and it was like, so we pulled the center console out, and we came up with an idea for this. This was when we finished it.
This is the first one.
This was the first one. We added a trim around it, so it looked really cool.
They added another 32 minutes.
Another 30 minutes. Yes, another 25 minutes to put an edge around it.
Exactly.
Yay. But it really, to me, this piece covering those factory USBs that weren't getting used really set the truck off. And like the customer was like thrilled when he saw that, because he's like, oh my God, that looks so crappy before. But
yeah.
You know what?
Now it looks crappy with style.
Now it looks crappy. Yeah. You know what I want to do?
Dance in the table?
No.
All right. Would you recommend Hertz SPL 6.5s and 6x9s or components?
If you have room for that SPL tweeter, I would go with that.
Yeah.
In a 6.5, like there's 6.5 SPL.
Yeah.
But know that the SPL show tweeter is going to be about 4 times louder.
Yeah.
Than both the 6x9 and the 6.5. So
it's 107 dB.
Yeah, it's an obscene amount of volume that comes from that. So have them on their own channel.
Dean is modeling. Are you modeling?
No, we got some extra boxes, and we've just been so busy we haven't had time to open them.
All right.
This one came in from HKI, and I think this, for those guys, HKI is Ground Zero, Sound Digital, and Tori, as well as Tor Connect Wire.
Yeah.
And I think this is the clothes I have to wear at the end of the April when I go to the Ground Zero sponsored Emma Finals.
Yeah.
And all right, give me 1 second. What country am I going to?
Austria.
Thank you. Not Australia, Austria. Sorry, there's a lot. I was trying to just keep up with everybody that I had to mention there.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, so first up, we have the. It's going to be cold apparently, so we have the
Ground Zero.
The Ground Zero beanie hat.
There you go.
We have some Ground Zero shirts. Oh, these look cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's the one that they actually make over there.
I don't know. They look cool.
Yes.
So, because I have to wear Ground Zero apparel the whole time I'm there. They've instructed me. This is the green one with the cool stuff.
I like that one. That is neat.
That one.
Yes.
I have those, and I've been wearing them to kind of break them in. Oh, this is the hoodie.
Yeah.
So this is the Ground Zero hoodie to match
the
whole little leather thing they got going on there. And then this is, Jesus, how cold is it going to be? So this is another Ground Zero. This is the green hoodie.
Yeah.
And then they threw in for good measures the HKI t-shirt.
Yeah.
So these are my clothes that I have to wear
for the travel.
So this is all I get. So I'm bring these, a pair of shorts, and a bunch of jeans.
So you're gonna work for Ground Zero for a week.
For a week.
All right.
I'll be like, hi, I'm Dean from Green Zero. Ground Zero. Yeah, I'm from that other place. Anybody want a beer? We're German.
I can't wait until how many beers you're gonna drink in there.
You probably count.
Dan, do you want a beer?
No.
What?
Now this box.
So disappointed.
This box is cool. So one of the cool things that we did at Master Tech Expo, and also when I mentioned Master Tech Expo, remember next Wednesday night,
yes,
we'll have Brian Schmidt and Cardo Fabricator Mark on our show. It's Wednesday night, 6:30, YouTube. We'll be doing a post Master Tech Expo, what we thought was cool, and also we're probably going to talk about what's going to happen next year, because there is some new information that's out for next year. So we'll do a little bit about that, a little forecasting. But one of the cool things about the MasterTech Expo was we had some rough times in 2021, and we lost some contacts with some companies, and we were able to go out there and make new contacts with the same companies, meet the people that replaced old people, and meet people for the first time that we'd never been able to meet because we weren't able to travel, and their companies weren't letting them travel. And one of those companies that we got to deal with was Harman International, JBL Infinity. And we know you guys love JBL Infinity, and well, we had a relationship, but it wasn't it was an okay one, but it wasn't with the actual company. And so now we are official, baby. That's right. So we have the Infinity Micro 4-channel DSP amplifier. So this is we get to play with this. I'm super excited about that. And also the one that got away. This is the one that got away that really just broke my heart. Was the JBL amplifier.
You guys remember that one? We used to have it in the wall.
Yeah, we never got a chance to
play with that.
We got to play with the software.
We turned it on and we played with it, but
we never got a chance to put it in a car. So now we're working directly with JBL Infinity. So they were nice enough to send us our own. So we don't have to we
return it.
Do whatever we want with that one. But this one, I said, hey, well, if you're sending us a DSP. We haven't had the opportunity to play with this one yet, which is the Infinity version of it, which is only 4-channel, but it's got a multi-channel DSP connected to it. And so think of like key style size and performance, but not as much. This is a little less power.
All right, guys. So yes, you guys are gonna be surprised on that one too. Are you trying the new Arena X speakers?
Stay tuned on that one.
Right.
Stay tuned on that. I can't answer that.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Just wait.
Stay tuned.
Wait on that one.
See, that's the nice thing is now we have a partner at JBL. So.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
But look at this.
Put it right here so I can.
Yeah.
There you go.
So this is their little 4-channel DSP amplifier. So it has output, so it has 5 and 6 out. Now keep in mind, I don't know everything there is to know about this. This is literally the first time I've seen this amplifier in person. So you have 4-channel in, 2-channel out, so it's got a 6-channel DSP, at least a 6-channel DSP. I think power-wise, it's small power. This is small power. This isn't like big, 150 or anything like that. This is tiny power. But the cool thing about this is, like the JBL amplifier, one of the things you can do is you can connect it to bigger amplifiers. So you can use this as a preamp into a bigger amplifier. So this is that was what the cool thing about the 8-channel DSP from JBL was, is that because it's low wattage, it's only 25 watts by 8, you can take this, put it in the car, tune it, and then if they want more power, it's a line driver that'll go directly into any amplifier for the most part, especially theirs. But this one is cool because I want to put this in Fernando's car because we can do it right away.
Yeah, I mean, we can put anything. Yeah,
we can put it into the lab. Dude, we can put it into the lab. We can use it as a DSP, and then we can easily piggyback it into the bigger amplifier that's already in there.
What's up, Mark? Car Fabricator is in.
That's right. Mark will be on the show Wednesday. Congratulations, by the way, Mark. If it's already happened, I'm not going to.
Yeah, congratulations. But don't forget.
Congratulations, you're going to be on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hold on. I'm trying to find, dude. Specs would be nice.
Who reads that?
I know. I do.
Really?
I think
it's boring.
I know it is. I'm a boring guy. It just happens. Yeah. So specs are not on here. All right. Anyways, we'll do an unboxing. We'll have a lot of fun with it. I'm just happy to. This is one of the cool moments of like, yeah, we finally got the people we needed to talk to, which is cool. What else does this thing have? All right, so we got a USB.
Yeah, I mean they give you the power speakers.
Man,
that's very cool.
Well, I mean the thing is it's tiny, and I like small.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Very small.
So,
I mean, this box I think is bigger than that.
I know I don't want to do this because that's just going to make a mess that I'll have to clean up, but I'm going to open this.
And then you just mixing things up.
Really?
Dude, yes. Where is the orange man for that one?
Because I want to say that this is exactly half of this. Because I think they use the same.
Really?
I mean, for those of you guys that don't know, it's all the same company. Harman International owns JBL and Infinity, so...
It's a weird shape. Yes, of course.
Oh, of course it's weird. Yeah,
so
there it is. So there's the 8-channel, and there's the 4-channel. So it's the same cool shape.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, like, there again, this is going to get hidden underneath a seat. It's going to go on a package tray. It's going to go behind a panel. Why does it have to be square?
Because there...
Yeah, no.
I'll be a square. No?
I'm happy that they're at least putting some effort into trying to make something.
Oh no, yeah. Regardless of what shape it is, they make it. Yeah.
These guys have all the money, guys. This is, like, Harman International is owned by Samsung. In case you didn't know that, they're also the biggest. They're the biggest guys on the block. Okay, there is probably nobody bigger than Harman International in the audio world. And I know some people go, "What?" Yeah.
Yeah. And we have what else? Wrap?
I think that's it. That's all, right? That's all we got.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's it.
So we got clothes, and we got cool. These are awesome. I'm excited about this.
Good product. Yeah, it's definitely a new product. We're gonna test it.
Yeah. And the other thing too, one of the other cool things is like, what makes, like, listen, everybody makes a pair of 6.5s, okay? There's everyone's gonna make a pair of 6.5s. But JBL and Infinity make other things. So like they have the Fuse, they have the Bass Hub Pro, they have that cool little boom box, the bass magical box thingy, the Bluetooth thing we put in Fernando's car.
Yeah. Oh my God, I think it's impressive.
Those are the things that I want to work with on JBL and Infinity because they just make neat stuff.
Yeah.
And now we have access to the neat stuff. So that's why I wanted these two pieces, because they're unique. And they're small, and they're DSP, and they're affordable.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, like, you need to start learning DSP, and their DSP is easy to use. And it's just freaking cute.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Who doesn't like cute? All the wires are on one end. Like, isn't that awesome? I'm excited.
No, I like it.
No,
I like the design that they have.
The only bad thing is, the only bad thing is our Windows laptop decided to die.
Oh, that's it. That's the only bad.
I mean, it's not a good thing. It died, and it won't power up anymore. And we've tried everything, and I got to take it somewhere and get the hard drive pulled out of it.
Maybe one of these days.
One of these days.
Maybe.
It would be really nice to do it before I went away, so they'd have time to fix it while I'm gone.
You know.
But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Why not?
Because I'd have to remember to do it.
Oh, yeah? You got Alzheimer's or something like
that? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no, but yeah, it feels like it sometimes.
Alright.
What day is it? Oh, it's Thursday. Oh, you know what happens tonight?
What happened tonight? Tonight
is, you got to head over to Hi-Fi Vega Network over there on the YouTubes, and we have Reverse Polarity, which is the car stereo talk show. It's the most important car stereo talk show on the internet. It is very serious, and like it's high energy talk show on car audio. So if you guys have never watched it, you can find it over on the Hi-Fi Vega Network. And then if you're into movies and all that other fun stuff, tune into SideJag, which is the show. And I think tonight we're talking about Reacher, Jack Reacher, the TV show. And then we're going to talk about The Patriot. Is it The Patriot? The one with John Cena?
Oh my God, really?
Dude,
why?
That was good. You didn't watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. No.
Dude, you turned it on with Sebastian in the room. You're a bad adult.
No.
Bad parent. Bad parent, bro. Bad parent.
Hey, I didn't know that. I turned it off as soon as they start, cussing and everything. I'm like, whoa.
I'm just going to say.
Bad idea.
Monkey fist.
Yeah.
Monkey fist. That's all I'm talking about. It's monkey fist. Anyways.
Yeah.
That'll be tonight. And I think
you need to fix the laptop, they say.
I do need to fix the laptop, but I think I don't think it. I think it's not worth fixing. Is really the problem. Don't worry, I already had a backup. It just doesn't have
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Thank you.
Okay.
You kind of learn as you go, and like you just expect these laptops to last forever. I mean, they're Windows, aren't they wonderful?
I mean, it's old. It's old. Yeah. Hi from Norway.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
And that'd be a fun place to go. Norway.
Yeah. Norway,
Switzerland,
yeah.
Finland, that whole top of the world up there where it's cold. Go in the summer where it's not too cold.
It's any amplifier that do the same thing as the key lock.
So DEQing is nothing new. Meaning there's a lot, there's product, not going to say a lot.
It is.
There is product out there that will DEQ a system.
Yeah.
However, none of them as proficient as the, well, okay. All right, so here's all right, class. Did we say the key lock or the kicker key?
No, the key lock.
So the key lock does an electrical
DEQ.
There are devices that will do that. So it's a level of how well they'll do it. So the key lock, I have to have Joe on one day and we can talk about how many. So there's levels of. There's packets. And each one of those packets represents an amount of computation that it can do to DEQ something. So when it sees an all-pass filter, it can handle, those packets can handle so many all-pass filters. And then there's bands. And
I think up to 3.
Yeah, it was at 3? It was
up to 3 up
and then the packets, how much equalization can be done in each one of those packets. They run the DEQ software 3 times, I think. In order for it to do its business. And it does it really, really quick. So like a jail audio fix has de-equalization, okay, and I don't know if it can handle the all-pass filter side. An audio control has de-equalization, which we've showed you in the video before, but it's not as good as their de-equalization. It's good, but it's not doing that.
It does different things. Yeah,
it does different things. It looks for different things. Due to Clean Sweep, years ago we had the Clean Sweep from JL Audio. That was its intended purpose, was to do de-equalization.
Very confusing, but
when it worked, it worked.
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
And then so there are products out there. Audison has a de-equalization circuit built into all the Prima stuff. There's de-equalization built into their DSP. Helix has some de-equalization built in and re-equalization with the microphone. Now with the Max Tune, they have it. The problem is with all of it is the $149 price point. There is nothing for $149 that will do what that will do.
Arturo's in the house.
So that's really what sets that piece apart, because it's $149 and it's doing all this magic. It also has an electrical RTA built into it too, which a lot of people haven't figured out. There's 3 lights on the top of it that say high, mid, and low, and what you can use that for is if you're playing pink noise and you have power connected to it and you connect it to something, if all 3 lights come on, then you have 20 to 20. If just the high light comes on, that's down to 2,000 hertz. If the mid light comes on, that's down to 200 hertz. And if the sub light comes on, that's 200 hertz and below, all the way down to 20. So it'll tell you those things. Obviously, an IRTA2 would be a better tool to use for that. However, in a pinch, you can use their little high level to low level adapter. But really what makes that thing awesome is that you're getting all this magic for $150.
Yeah.
So it's not the only one.
It's good.
But it's, Yeah. And the other thing, too, is I see a lot of, I read a lot of people complaining about, like, hey, this has this de-equalization circuit, or this has this bass equalization in it, meaning they've put a high-pass filter on the subwoofer, which we talked about on the Hondas. Some of the Land Rovers have it, and there's other newer cars that are coming with that. Well, that's what the key lock is for. The key lock in front of anybody else's amplifier will make it a key technology amplifier. So, if you have a 1,000-watt sub-amp or a 2,000-watt sub-amp or a 5,000-watt sub-amp, for one, you're crazy. But let's say you have one, and you're like, I wish it worked like a Kicker Key 501. It's not a problem. You put a key lock in front of it. Now it's a key locked amplifier So it has key technology now. So
With 5,000 watts.
Yeah, so you now have a 5,000 watt key amplifier.
Yeah.
You know, and if you buy 2 of them, you can do front and rear.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah. You get my point.
On the Ignition 3, can I tap power and ground on the relay insulator?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If you're talking about using the big post coming off of the battery and the little post that's a ground, yes. Just make sure you do it on the factory car side and not the aftermarket battery side. So you have to do it on your incoming, not your outgoing, or it's not going to work.
All right. When you installing a DM608, where you set your crossovers on the radio?
I would leave them off, and in the case of like a sub side where it doesn't have the ability to turn off, I turn it up as high as it can go. So like, you know, 220 or some shit like that.
Sorry for the rookie question. Can you explain gain overlap?
That's not a rookie question, believe it or not. That's a really complex question. And if I still had the seat out of this, I would show it to you more so than anything. Do we have an amp with a gain? Do we have multiple?
Amplifier with a gain?
I'll tell you what, we can use this.
I mean, we can,
yeah, but it doesn't have, it's a single channel amplifier. So let's use this, and we'll kind of, because this has 3 big gain knobs right here, all right? So let's say these are 3 gain knobs right here. And you have a maximized light that is located here, which would be like your distortion detection. That's their version of distortion detection, and it works all 3. But let's say you have DD1 or some form of a maximized light or distortion detector, whatever it would. Now I'm going to play some noise, let's say 1000 hertz, 0 dB or negative 5 dB or whatever it is. And I'm going to turn each one of these up until that light comes on. Okay? Now what I've just figured out is the maximum amount of volume I can play it for. And I've used, so 0 dB would be no clip. So if I turn it back to here, that means I got no clip coming out of my radio. But I want to have some overlap. I mean, I want to be able to turn it up past 0 dB because not every piece of music I listen to is recorded the same. So if my 0 dB noise track is recorded poorly, then everything is going to not have a lot of volume past that. So one of the things everyone gets, like, gain is not a finite thing, okay? Meaning there is no, this is where you can play this gain. If you were listening to the same CD your whole life, or the same group of music your whole life, and it was all recorded by the same guy in the same building, then you could have a precise gain structure that would never change because it's all recorded at the same exact level. But we don't live in that world. We live in a world where you could be listening to Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, shit you recorded from your friends, and it's all going to have different loudness and it's all going to have different levels. So with that in mind, we need to be able to play it all at the same level, meaning like you don't want to be playing some new music and it's like, yeah, and then you switch to some old music and it's like, oh, there's nothing there. So we want to build in some gain overlap. We want to build in some room, as it were, for us to work the volume knob. This is where the responsibility of the user comes in, because everyone always asks the same question: can I break this after I've installed it? I go, oh yeah, you can destroy this. You can break it in a minute, because if I go from playing new music and I have my gain structure set up at 0 dB, and it sounds awesome. As soon as I play some old school AC/DC, the volume is so much lower, and you're like, oh, that sucks. So now I'll turn my gain structure up for that amplifier, or that music. Lecture time, Dean's running out of air. When I go back to play the new music, what's going to happen? Well, if I turn it up all the way, I've added in an extra 5 dBs of boost, because negative 5 dBs, remember, if this is a 0 point, I'm going here. This is my new 0 point. Well, that's a 5 dB difference. That means I'm getting 5+ dBs on the other side of this, all right? So it says negative, and it's one of those negative numbers that actually means a positive. That means I have to now turn the volume down, because if I leave the volume up or try to play it where that low volume song was played at, I'm gonna break some shit, all right? So we have to put in some gain overlap so that we can play a bigger variety of music. But as a user, we have to now be responsible, which is a word nobody likes. Oh, responsibility. So we don't break stuff. So we have to find that happy medium between it being loud enough with old crappy music, but not too loud with new music so you don't break anything. The other thing too is, let's say you're setting up front rear sub or tweeter mid bass rear sub. You set it all for -5. Maybe you put -10 on the sub, which is okay. Subs can handle more abuse than regular speakers, have bigger motor structures, whatnot. You found out the maximum volume you can play it at. Well, your tweeter really doesn't need to play at -5 dB. It's a very efficient, like we were talking about the SPL shows, at 107 dB. The mid-range is at 95, 94 dB. So that's like a, what, basic math. 94, 6, 7. That's a 13 dB difference. 3 dB is noticeable. 6 dB is like, wow. 9 dB is like, damn. 13 dBs is so much louder, you need to turn that shit down. You'd never play that, so we want to put that back down. So we'll turn that back down to 0 or lower, okay? Because now we're trying to blend the two together. So when you set everything up, you don't leave it like that. You start, this is the maximum. You may only want to leave the mid bass up to that -5, and then you can start, like the rears. The rears are loud, I don't want to hear those. Well, you could start turning them down, but you know how loud, this is as loud as they can be. Now I start to go down. And for some people, that concept just like kapooey doesn't make any sense, because we want every little piece of volume we can get out of it. But in the real world, it is not obtainable, because every time we change the song, we've now changed what we're listening to and how that gain structure is going to work. So It's not a rookie question.
No, that's actually
a complex question.
And that's a good question. When is the last time that you broke anything? Yesterday.
I was gonna say yesterday. Today. I mean,
yeah, no kidding.
You know.
No, but yeah,
everything.
Proper.
Listen, man. You know, you practice, you perform, you work out, you do your best, and on game day, sometimes it just doesn't work out. You know what I mean?
And then you fail.
And you got to come back to the drawing board and come up with new and creative ways to make stuff work.
Right.
So.
Yeah. All right. My dash tweeters are much louder than my door speakers. Right. How can I fix this?
So obviously, if you put them on their own channel of an amplifier, that's the easiest way to do it. The other way is, depending on the tweeters that you bought, there might be in the passive crossover an attenuation circuit. So in there again, there might not be. It just depends. But we'll pull off the panel here that we have for speakers, and if you look at here, like this is a tweeter crossover for an Audison, and you have that 0 and -3. I think default on this would be 3 dB. Now this is where this gets funny, because it says plus 3 dB. It's a passive crossover. It doesn't have any electronics in it. Actually, plus 3 dB is 0. This would be -3 dB, which is 0. But what they're doing is, when they build these, they're taking in consideration how more efficient the tweeter is, and they're detuning it to the mid-range. So inside of a lot of these crossovers, you'll
right here in this side.
Yeah, you'll see this where it's like 0 plus 3, and this one is set to plus 3, which we'd want to put it back down to 0 to detune it and make it not as loud. This one, I think there might be something inside of it. But if it's just a basic crossover like this, there's really not much you can do. Now, depending on the radio you have, Kenwood radios actually have a gain control for the tweeter built into the crossover. So they've taken this and made it electronic, built into all the Kenwood radios. Not all of them, the Exelons have them. And what you can do is, when you're adjusting the crossover, it has a low-pass crossover for the tweeter to attenuate down the tweeter. The new Alpines also are going to have that. In the new 5 series, Alpines will have that too, which is really cool. Pioneer does not offer that. So if you have a Kenwood radio, something to think about. Otherwise, small amplifier.
Absolute Electronics is in the house.
Woo! Who are those guys?
They tricking you.
It's all lies. It's all lies. It's all lies. You're lying.
Exactly. Is there any product I can use to help me control the audio in my car?
I mean, it sounds like a generic DSP question. I feel like that's the job of a DSP. A DSP
totally.
job is to control volume of every channel that's connected to it, equalization of every channel that's connected to it, crossovers, as well as the new feature of time alignment, so that you can add delay to help create a proper stereo image in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, wake up, Fernando.
I know, man. That's a tiny truck.
It is a tiny truck.
It is a tiny
I feel
truck.
like Willy Wonka. We shrunk today.
Dude, this is Fernando's level right here. What are you guys watching? Like, this is right there. Look at me. Right there. You see that?
No, dude, here, let me walk out of the mirror again. Hold on.
Dude.
Hold on. This is the mirror.
We're like, watch the mirrors. No problem, man.
Yeah.
You fit.
You know who would hit this?
Who?
Cardo Fab. Mark.
Oh, I think car fabric. Okay, stay next to it. Yeah.
His face would smack right into this.
That would, yeah, I think he's, yeah.
He would
Car
face plant
fabric.
this.
Yeah.
He could look into this. We can't.
Yeah.
Hi-Fi could look into this.
The only thing I can look is this.
Yeah.
Right there.
I feel like, Yeah.
See that? See?
Way too short today.
How big is your bay door? I think it's just tall enough to actually fit in this thing,
It
man.
was the width that was more the problem.
Yeah, because like if you go right behind this, you can see how wide is this tire.
That scared me.
It's the size of my Sequoia. Oh, whatever.
Oh, Addis?
Yeah.
No, it's the
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You have a tall? Why?
I don't think it's this tall, but it's pretty tall. His Sequoia is jacked up, man.
Wow. I mean, this thing is huge, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun to pull it in.
I was like, hey, man, what white guy did you steal that truck from?
No, I was driving it, and one guy is like, you're a bad hombre, you steal that.
Dude, I was getting tired of getting in and out of this, man. It's killing my knee.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it. We got
That's it.
Here. I got to try to get at least a little run in today and dodge puddles and whatnot.
All right, last question.
Yes.
Should the amplifier gain be set as low as possible until the desired sound is reached? Or it doesn't matter?
I mean, if we're talking about the difference when tuning and when not tuning, that comes down to a personal preference. I typically will tune the amplifier before, depending on the scenario, man, I will typically tune the amplifier before I start raising the gain, because most of the time we do DSP amplifiers, so I actually start with my gain lower, so I can get the sound that I want. And then as needed, I will gain up from there until I get to the desired volume.
Always start lower, I think.
But I'm everyone's a little bit different.
What's up, Elias?
Some guys are like, no, max everything out and then go tune it, and that's cool, whatever works. At the end of the day, you just want to make sure that your system is not playing stressed. And I think that's really the takeaway from most of it, is that you want to have enough power to where you're not stressing the system to create the volume that you're trying to get to. And I feel if a lot of people just kind of back up just a little bit and not worry about how loud they can make it, and just be happy with as loud as it can play naturally, you'd be good. Because, dude, when we get done with the system, they play so freaking loud. Like, when you're sitting in the car and the guy next to you cannot hear you talking to him, it's loud enough for most applications. Now, I get the SPL crowd, and I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to most applications. Most people, you want it loud enough to where you can't think. And anything past that just gets kind of weird.
When it plays and it has a little clip and it hurts my ears.
Yeah, don't hurt your ears.
Nah, because you guys are old. That's why. You guys are old.
Yeah, there's that. All right,
guys.
We got to go. Tune in tonight. Hi-Fi Vega. That's it. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Just hit the X. I mean, really?
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's froze.
No, it's not froze. Oh, I was going to say, I hear music, but I just don't know where it's from. Hey guys, what is happening? F-150. I know, right? This is cool though, so check this out. This is like one of the first F-150s we ever did. This is like really early on in the F-150 game. Things have changed so much since we've done this F-150. Like this was crazy. So this was like probably 2 or 3 F-150 like, and it's just we pulled everything out. He's trading it in and got a brand new F-150. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, this was F1. And it was weird. Things.
The beginning of the F-150s.
Yeah, and it's funny because we're we do this every day, and it just kind of like day in, day out, doing all kinds of the stuff, and you really don't realize how much things change, and like the process between what we do in an F-150 now and what we did in an F-150 back then. And it's just like so many things are different, and our techniques have changed, and the processes have changed, and because this thing's he did it when it was new, so let's figure out what year this is. So it's 2016, so it's 8 years old. It's 8 years old. Wow.
So we did it brand new?
6 years old. So this is 6 years old. So yeah, about six years ago we did it when it was brand new. Yeah. So wow, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. But yeah, Fernando wanted me to come on and just mention that. Customer's waiting though, so he needs to really get this out front for the. You need to get it going. One of the other things we got going on in the background here is we're making wire rulers. So for those of you that if you have one on back order right now from Mobile Solutions, I apologize. There was a color change. They decided to bring back orange. We didn't have any orange made up, so I had to order more orange acrylic, and that took longer than expected. So next week they will all be all the colors that, well, I think they're green, blue, and orange are going to be the colors that they've finally settled on. So those will all be in stock next week. So I apologize for any delays, anyone that's waiting for a wire ruler, but they're coming. They literally, the plexi showed up today, the acrylic showed up today, and showed up late, which kind of sucks. So winter is coming. So we didn't get as many done as we wanted to, but we have 4 sheets done, so that'll fill the order, so we can get these out. I wanted to try to get them out Saturday, but he decided that he wanted to add more, so we're going to cut more and then figure out how many we have and how many he wants us to ship. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So but yeah, so it's funny, like it doesn't look like a lot, but there's a lot. It's a lot of wire rulers. So plus we got stacks, green and blue stacked up also. So anyone waiting on a wire ruler, have no fear. Next week they'll be filled up and they'll get them out to you. So please be patient. I apologize for any delay. You can blame me. Yeah. Do I need a key lock if I'm using a DSP from factory head unit 2021 Elantra? Depends on the DSP. Can't say yes or no to that without knowing what kind of DSP you have, and also what kind of problems the Elantra has. So some DSPs have the ability to DEQ a situation if need be. If you caught the video we did on the audio control a couple weeks back, we showed you 2 scenarios, DEQing and then what it did, and then why we decided not to DEQ, because it was actually less work to not DEQ. So it just depends on the car and the problems that you've got in the car. So what we would typically do in a scenario like that is, if we were worried about something, we would listen, find out, what is in the car as far as the sound goes. Does it have any form of center channel? Does it have anything that needs to be fixed? And if it does, what is the DSP that we're going in capable of fixing it? Because sometimes it is. So as you can see, it's not just an easy like, oh yeah. I mean, if you're a throw a grenade kind of guy because you want to make sure they're dead, then yeah, you can throw a key lock in front of it and it will solve any of the problems that are possibly there. So there is that to consider. But typically, if you're looking for the answer of like, do we typically do that? The answer is no, we don't, because most of the time we're dealing with what we have, and the DSP we're putting in can fix the problems that we're going to be looking at. So that's that. Any idea why my bass knob doesn't work, Pioneer amp? The only time that would ever happen is if the gain control was up too high on the bass knob, in which case you're already overloading the input and the bass knob had no effect. So what I would do is turn the gain down if you have it up and see if it works. If that's not the case, then you either have a bad cable or a bad bass knob. Stock system, no premium. I did upgrade to Hertz TSKS's. No, and there again, I think you'll be fine. Depends on what kind of DSP you're going with. I wouldn't stress out about it. If it's a bass audio in that card, yeah, I wouldn't lose any sleep. Which wires do I attach to the underneath of my steering wheel for an iData harness on a Ford Edge 2010? Why would I know that? See, that's the great thing. If the iData is capable of doing that, when you flash the iData module, because you have to flash an iData module, the instructions are attached to the flash. So as soon as you're done flashing it, it literally gives you the instructions on how to do the installation. Super cool. If you're doing a PAC module, PAC makes the CP2 and the CP5 and their modules also, when you're going through your phone, tell you the wire colors. So really the only one that, and even still, like if you do a Metra, when you're getting the codes for those, they give you the wire colors. So the wire colors are there to be had. If you're doing an iData, it's right after the flash in the top right-hand corner. It says, would you like to download the instructions? And you say yes.
You say no.
Well, I mean, you can say no, but then you got to ask me, and I'm not going to know because all I'm going to do is log in and look the hard way. So Fernando's back. We got a bag. We got a bag from Natasha today. Natasha, for those who don't know, is Morel. She sent us a bag, not to be overdone, because it's
from the Avengers.
It's from the Avengers? No, it's in a water, and hold on, let's see what we got. So Natasha promised us some stuff.
Promised you stuff?
And she just, yeah, go easy, because I'm sure it's like
I'm just
clothes or
see,
something.
where is it?
Yeah, just don't go all crazy knife-like.
Like Fernando style?
Yeah, there you go. Ooh, so we got some more shirts. These are the ones I can't wear to the grounds there. Yeah, I'm not going to either, because my hands are dirty. Yep, so we got a white. Ooh, we got giveaways. Look at that, awesome. So I think those are yours.
So
because those are two. But these are cool. So we got some Morel lanyards. Hi. And there's Natasha. Look at that, perfect timing.
And this was.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, well, I like it.
Hey, you know how you get one of these? You randomly get an IRTA2 and it comes in the box.
See, that's what I'm talking about. This.
Well, I was gonna say you got to keep moving. What?
No, just the key change. That's pretty cool.
You got to cop. Okay, listen. You don't have that much range of motion in a camera when you're that close, so you gotta stop, like pulling out of frame. Okay, never mind. You're just crazy.
Okay, no, yeah, but like, there you go.
Yeah, awesome.
I like it.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Everybody like it.
Yeah. So the reason why we ask for things like these is we use them as giveaways in IRTA2s. So when we ship you an IRTA2, there's always something special in the box. Could be a lanyard, could be an art koozie, could be a hat, could be a keychain. Who knows?
Could be $100.
Will not be $100 connection. We're back.
Man,
sorry about that. I bought an RTA. Save me one. No, Christian. Just no. No, not gonna happen. He's funny. Yeah, no, I'll save you one, Christian, because you didn't get anything because you actually showed up and bought it here. So
yeah, that's right.
He didn't get nothing.
Well, he get the pleasure to see.
Yeah, he get the pleasure of talking to you, Fernando.
Talking to you.
Not talking to me. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing at all. Yeah. Also, for those of you guys that are like complaining about not being able to get a Kenwood, if you're interested and you want the DMX 1037S, that guy right there, give Paul a call. He said he's got a bunch of them.
We have a bunch of them.
So they're in stock. So that's basically the non-Exelon 10-inch screen.
Yeah.
So if you need,
right
if you're desperate for one, he says he's got a bunch of them. They all just showed up the other day. So we got enough to put one on display, which hasn't happened in probably a year. 2021 Tacoma, I installed an ACM 3.400 and a JBL Stadium speakers, high level, sounded like crap, and used the key lock, helped a little. Why? Does the radio got to go? I mean, typically the problem isn't the speakers, it's the radio. Mm-hmm. The factory speakers actually aren't that bad, but the factory radio sucks. And it's 2021, so you can still replace the radio in that Toyota. I would recommend doing it.
Right.
It's either that or so keep this in mind.
He used the key lock,
all right,
right?
Yeah, but all the key lock is doing is taking away all the tune. So all the EQ that the Toyota put into it to try to make it sound better is now gone. And then, so we flattened it out, but then we didn't re-EQ it. Okay?
No, because you can't.
Well, because you didn't add a DSP or anything on top of it.
Right.
So, two choices. One, add in some form of an EQ, like a DSP, into it so that you can modify the way it sounds, or replace the radio and just call it a day.
I would replace the radio.
I would too, because it's Toyota. But that's where you're at. So the key lock there again gets you back to 0, but you haven't moved past 0. You're still stuck on 0. And flat sounds terrible, as you can attest to. It's just very not lifelike, not lively, not exciting, not much going on. So.
All right. So I want to buy an iTest mic, but when I go and order one, it takes me to the audio control site to buy theirs. Is any idea why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because Studio 6 and Audio Control, believe it or not, work together. And Audio Control makes the mic for Studio 6. So these guys, the iTest mics, are hand-built up at the Audio Control factory. I didn't know that until the last time we went there, because they were building a new area in the corner, and I walked behind there because they were like, yeah, Dean can do whatever he wants. And I was like, really? I'm like, wait a minute, these are microphone parts. Yep. He's like, yeah, we built the iTest mic here. And I go, no kidding, really? He goes, yep. So that's why you're directed to the Audio Control site. It has nothing to do with that. It's just they make those in-house for Studio 6. So yes, by all means, click on it, buy it, and enjoy. But that's why it's doing that. So they have a really great working relationship. Which we found out too, because when we were talking with Brandon, who's the head engineer at Audio Control, he's talking about, because we were showing him the IRTA because they wanted one, and we were showing him using the Studio 6 RTA app, and he's like, no, let me play it with FFT, and he's just going all like crazy into the app, and I'm like, why do you know the app so well? And he goes, oh, well, because this was designed by such and such, and he's a buddy of mine. We hang out on the weekends, and I'm like, oh, you know, so yeah. Well, it's because it's EQ'd, Christian.
Oh yeah, oh totally.
Yeah, I mean, when you put a kicker key in there, you're EQing it. So
yeah, EQ it.
Yeah, it's making it adding
magic button.
It's adding the salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Because they are here and they're in effect, and they want you to push it or put it on the glass. Yeah. Does anybody know who sings "Put It on the Glass"? Just saying. Ask Natasha. I bet you she knows now. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was an very inside ball. Anyways, what is today? Today's Friday. Who caught the news this morning? God, that sucked.
Which ones? That was no news.
Yeah, there was no news this morning. Oh, man, that was rough. It was definitely rough.
Yeah.
Hello, what's going on? There's Oscar. What's happening, Oscar?
See? What's up, Oscar?
Yeah. You know, this is one of those moments in time where it's like there's really not much going on. Yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot. There you go, Rob. You're the man. Is the kicker key stable enough to handle JBL 3-ohm speakers? There's Natasha chiming in. See, she was paying attention. She's like, oh, crap, they just called me out. I'm not going to answer that question because I'm not the engineer. I could find out for you if you would like, because I can ask the engineer. But, you know, hey, I'm old. So are we. But, no, I mean, technically it's made for 4 ohm, which is a little bit higher. It does not do 2 ohm. And so 3.3, I'm still going to say no, it's not. But if you're looking for a small amplifier that'll handle a 2 ohm load like that, then check out the Helix processor or the Audio-Tech Fisher Match, which is also made by, Helix and Match are made by Audio-Tech Fisher. All their little tiny amps will handle 2 ohm. And also, if you're looking for a small 2 ohm driver, so the Match will have DSP. So if you want to do it on your own, you can get into a Match system with the 2 ohm driver or the 3 ohm JBL system. Or, Jesus, just buy...
Right there.
You know what? Okay, screw all that. Sorry, I didn't even know what I was thinking. You know what you need? This guy. Just pick up one of these. This is the 4-channel DSP amplifier. Yeah, right? Made by Infinity. So, there you go. Pick that guy up. I mean, you could do the JBL 8-channel, if you want to go full active and whatnot, which is really kind of cool. But yeah, that's what this stuff is made for. So, yeah, what does this say? That's right. They don't give any instructions on this. But head over to JBL, check them out. So you have the DSP 4086, maybe try that. And if you just want to do a 4-channel, look at the there's a lot of numbers there.
Right there.
But
25?
yeah. Infos 425. Check those out also, because these are really cool. And these are full DSP amps, so unlike a key, you actually get to play with the software and have fun. But I get the allure of the key, because the key, you just hit the magic button and you go. So,
Alfrenas, what's up, buddy?
Hola! Sound effects in the house. What's happening?
Sound effects.
The amp is 25 or 45 by 8 at 2 ohm. Okay. Put it on a set of components.
Yeah.
Active front stage, active rear stage. Life is good. I mean, trust me, man, we put that Alpine PXE0850S, which is 25 watts on speakers, and it's like, damn. Like, I rocked my Camaro with that thing for 2 years, and that thing was stupid loud. You get a nice 3 ohm speaker that's super efficient, put it on 45 watts, you're not going to be disappointed. I can tell you that right now. I mean, you're not going to be cracking the center core of the earth, but, whatever. Hello from Norway. We just got a audio control dealer in Norway. So happy.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Very cool. Very nice.
Now you just gotta, we gotta convince audio control to send us over there and do a training. Be like, Matthew can't make it. Can I get a signal from my rear speakers and use an LC7i for my sub 2019 Dodge Charger? The answer to that is no. You need to get it from the front speakers. The front speakers are the bass drivers in the car. The rear speakers are mid-range drivers. So if you attach it to the rears, then you won't get as much bass out of the subwoofers unless you have some form of subwoofer EQ on the amplifier. And I don't mean just a 1-band bass boost. I mean like a 3 or 4-band EQ. If you want to see that in action, we do actually have a video showing you that in the IRTA2 playlist. And when we show you comparing front speakers to rear speakers, which one should I tap, we're actually using the Dodge, because that's the car that's the most noticeable on. So we were tapping into the rear speaker on channel 2 and the front channel on channel 1, and we were flipping the 2 switches on the IRTA so that you could see between
which one is the best.
Which one is the best and to use. So that's important. Now, you could use it if you bought like a kicker key lock, because the kicker key lock has de-equalization, so it'll go back in and try to re-EQ it and boost it. But the LC7i is not going to do anything for you, because AccuBase is not designed to fix de-equalization. So when the factory is de-EQ or EQing it down, the LC7i's AccuBase will not EQ it up. That is made for bass roll-off, which is a volume-controlled thing, which is totally different. I know, it just gets more and more confused. Totally, bro. What microphone stand do you use for the microphone stand? I think it might... it used to be on DNF Tool Drawer, but...
Yeah, where did you buy that one?
I bought it on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get this and hold this at the same time. I need both hands.
Okay.
Dude, you're too freaking short.
No, this is how I do it.
Oh, is this how... hold on. We got Fernando killing himself over here.
It's not my first.
That's the back.
Yeah, that's what I say. I want to show you the case first. Okay?
Oh, yeah, it's an Apache
see?
case from the cheap tool store.
There you
Yep,
go. See?
yep,
Now,
yeah,
and
it's
you
awesome.
Open it from here.
Yeah. This is just a short, flexible stand we got off Amazon, and we use it as a 90. So this hangs off of the back of the seat.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. So it basically kind of sits like this in the car. Yeah. So
Okay.
like that, and just kind of does its thing. But I think it's on DNF tool drawer.
It is?
I think so. You got to put it in there the right way, because remember, it goes. That's why that indentation is there. So there you go. Any other shops in Tampa Bay area that you could recommend on the Tampa side? Soundwave Customs. Go see Rob DeCrane. I'm gonna go with that. Because those guys are way out in Lakeland.
Cool. Well, if you say Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, I was going to say, go see Rob DeCrane over at Soundwaves. Thank you. You're welcome. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. There we go. I don't know. Ooh, so much fun. So much fun. Oh, thank God it's Friday. Isn't everybody excited that it's Friday?
That means we're not working tomorrow?
No, that means we're working tomorrow, but,
okay,
you know,
so
it just
doesn't matter.
feels better knowing that tomorrow's the last day.
It doesn't feel better.
I don't know.
It feels
Maybe
worse.
it does. It could. Man,
We're finally getting time.
I know. And it's funny, too, because it's like, I'm just kind of tired, so I really don't have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
DNF, what's up? Vinny from South Florida checking in. What's going on, man?
What's up? Vinny?
What speakers would you recommend to put in a Ford Edge? I'm thinking Scar open to options. I mean, I'm not the biggest Scar Audio fan. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I guess really just okay. Anytime you're picking a speaker, how are you buying your speaker? Are you buying your speaker on price alone? Are you buying it because you're looking for a specific sound? These are all things that you really got to think about when it's time to buy a speaker. Like, because not all speakers are the same in the sense that, yes, they're magnets, they're baskets, they're voice coils, there's a motor structure, a spider, surrounds, butyl, foam, paper, cloth. The cone is made out of some funky material. Usually there's some form of passive crossover network if it is a component. But that's like saying all cars are created equal, because technically all cars have steering wheel control, 4 tires, some form of propulsion system. That'd be engine or motor, depending on whether it's gas or electric, seats, windows, But and people buy cars because they're cheap, and people buy cars because of features, and so there's a lot of reasons why you buy speakers, and that's kind of where you're at. If you're like saying, I want something that sounds really good, well then you need to look at speakers that are designed to sound really good. I'm not saying that their speakers don't sound really good, but when you're they're not really. That's not kind of their thing. You know what I mean? So. If you're looking for a company that makes speakers that sound great, then, look at your European speaker manufacturers, like Morel, like Hertz, like Focal, and any of the other, Blam. There's a ton of them. And if you're looking for an American loudspeaker, then, you'd want to look like Rockford, Kicker. But there again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with Scar. It's just... that's not really my go-to speaker when I'm like, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. So you kind of got to figure out what is your goal with the speaker. If price is all you're shopping on, then look at similarly priced speakers. So like if you're like, I'm in the $199 price point, that's where I'm at, that's what I'm comfortable with, that's what I want to spend. Cool, there's no problem with that. Then go, okay. Let's look and see what else is out there other than that. So, like, here's where I'm at. I'm like, okay, Scar fits the bill. All right, now let's look at other brands. Because, like, for example, like right now, obviously, we've been talking a lot about Focal Auditor, which is a Focal speaker at an affordable price. And a lot of people, when they think of Focal, they don't think of that. They're like, no, I can't afford Focal. Well, yeah, actually, you can. Hertz, they make Mille Pros. It's kind of what they're known for. But they also make Unos and Dicis. Very affordable speaker lines that sound amazing. Morel has the Maximus. There's a lot of these manufacturers that are known as top tier speaker manufacturers that also make very affordable, competitively priced speakers. And then you have the Japanese companies, like you can look at like Kenwood makes Exelon. Dude, I'll put an Exelon speaker up against anybody's equally priced speaker, and I guarantee you that Exelon will kick its ass every day of the week. Okay? So, yeah, just do your due diligence. Don't just settle and like, oh, this is an amazing price. I'm getting this really cool shiny object. No, you're not. Because I can tell you as fact, in-car audio, you get exactly what you pay for 100% of the time. There's no cheating. There's no accidents. There's no like awesome, like I got a deal. No, it's not. You're getting exactly what you're paying for. The only difference is, did you get duped or did you not get duped? $25. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Pause again. As I was saying, in my car, I do listen to a lot of talk radio, which is kind of one of the reasons why I'm not like highly motivated to put new speakers and stuff in my car, because I don't really listen to music that much because the top's down and I'm just talk radioing it up. But yeah. So, okay. I beat that horse. You good? Mm-hmm. Okay, don't tap that kiss. It's wild. I swear, you and Natasha push a button, voila, they sing. It's okay. What's up, boys? Been following you guys for years. You've inspired me and taught me to do systems in my 18 Sierra MTI box. JL subs came out sick. Just wanted to say thank you. You guys rock. No, thank you, man. Thank you for being a fan. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for actually, like, saying, you know what, this sucks. I'm going to do it myself. I can do it myself. That kind of stuff means a lot. Most everybody I know that is in 12 volt, we all started out as fans of 12 volt, and we now do it for a living. And I'm still impressed when I meet people that are like, like we were talking about this morning, like guys at Master Tech Expo, they're just fans of 12 volt that paid to come out to Arizona just to learn and hang out and meet a lot of these guys. It was pretty crazy, because it wasn't cheap. I'll tell you right now, it wasn't cheap, but they paid it to do it. So that's pretty awesome.
Saludos, George.
Hola. That's where it ends. I gotta learn how to say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. I got to be there for a day.
You were the delivery guy, man.
Yak deal. Yeah, I was gonna say you were the transporter, man. Yeah. Back to work, slave. That's all right. I mean, if you only knew what we did in the front seat of your car.
Oh man.
You would not be sitting. Don't look at it with don't take the black light. Don't look at the front seat of your car. Definitely. Ooh, yeah, man. I feel bad for you. In that back seat, ooh, Fernando did some evil in that back seat, bro. Dude. Just saying. Sorry, Jack. Oh well, but it looked nice. I mean, we tried to clean it up. It happens. That's what happens when you fill a car full of Morel. And you leave me alone in it.
Oh, dude, that was bad.
It's bad things.
Bad things happen. William.
I had a shop in Hollywood, Florida, 50 years in the business to do my wife's car, and they hacked it up so terribly. Since then, I said no more and did my job. Yeah, no, I totally understand that. I just have a hard time trusting people. I'm not gonna lie, is really what it comes down to. Like, even when I have people come do work at my house, it's like, do you have like 4 references? I mean, I'm looking for somebody, like I'm asking everybody I know, like, hey man, did you guys have anybody do this? And even still that doesn't, like, the guy I paid to do my roof sucked.
Hi from Iceland.
Yeah.
What's up?
Iceland's in the house. Reliving our teenage years. Oh yeah. Yeah. No. You guys gave me the confidence. Oh no, hey man. Hey, that's all it takes. I want to put an Alpine Halo 9 in my car and the Idea Maestro RR2. And I want to know what harness I should use with it. The car is a Mazda 6 with the Bose system. So here's what you have to keep in mind anytime you're doing an RR2. You have to go to maestro.com. You just go to maestro.com now, I think. And you have to type in your make, model, and year of the car, and that is where you start. So don't buy anything until you go on there, because they're going to have all the lookup tools that you need in order to find out if it'll work on your car. That's the most important thing, because if they don't list it, it's not going to work. So there's no like magical I can force the issue. So you have to go to maestro.com and find out what parts they have available to work in your car, because if they don't, it's not going to work, and there's no reason to buy that particular interface. So
right. That's it for the year.
Keep in mind too, the new Halos are coming out. Just saying. Probably another month or two, maybe 3, but the new Halos are coming. If you didn't see them in our video we did from Knowledge Fest, that would have been February.
Vegas, yeah.
I think we did a live from Vegas, Knowledge Fest, and we spent quite a bit of time on those. I don't know if I think we did that live. I know I did so many live things, but either way, I know we pre-recorded it too. But oh god, I gotta get those edited. Man, we still haven't put up the. Man, we've been so busy. All right, yeah. All right. Well, anyways.
2021 Tundra non-JBL 629 Kenwoods with the Midler. Should I add a tweeter for the high frequency?
For the Kenwood?
For the Kenwoods.
No, you shouldn't.
Those are nice.
No, you don't need to. I can tell you that right now. We just got done doing a ton of testing on so widebands.
What's that, Jeff?
So they're actually called widebands. I think that's what Midlers sucks. Let's not call them Midlers anymore. We're just going to call them widebands. But we just did a ton of testing on widebands against the Kenwood. And I can tell you right now, that Kenwood C2 mid-range, Midler, wideband, is pretty badass. And, I don't think you have any problems with it. Hi from the warehouse. Hi, Jeff. All right, let's just wipe, because he's right over, like, if we could, he's right over there. About 4 miles that way. What is he doing working at 6 o'clock?
He's going to Indy?
I don't know. I don't think they are going to Indy. I don't know. Hey, if you are going to Indy though, if you're going to Knowledge Fest Indy,
yes.
There's a guy there named Dan Bauman. He works for Titan Motors, and he's going to be doing a DSP class. He reached out to me last night and says, "Hey man, I'm doing the DSP tuning training class where he's going to talk about DSP and stuff like that. And I was wondering, can I get an IRTA2 to give away?" And I was like, "Of course, Dan. We're buddies. I like you. You're a nice guy. You know, whatever." And so if you're going to go to Indy, if you're going to be at Indy Knowledge Fest, take Dan's class, because guess what? There's going to be a giveaway.
You have the chance to win.
You have a chance to win an IRTA2. Plus, you'll learn cool things from Dan, who's a really smart guy. So I think that's really cool. So we'll post a link to his class at some point in the next day or so. So if you're going to Indy Knowledge Fest, make sure to head up and catch Dan's class. If for nothing else, for the chance to win an IRTA2. I mean,
who's Jeff Smith?
Who's Jeff Smith? He's just this dude that worked for Amp Global.
Oh, really?
Like, he knows some stuff. He's okay. He's like a mecha judge now, even though he's not going to the World Finals. I am, though. Ha-ha! Thank you, Ground Zero. So he's, he knows some DSP things. He's a pretty smart guy, kind of. I mean, I mean, the ladies love him. The girls adore him.
Have I drink and I know DSP.
I drink and I know. I don't. Does he? Yeah. Anyways. All right, guys. Listen, I'd like to stay and chat, but you know what? I want to get home early tonight because we've been late almost every night this week. So we're just gonna dip out at 6. So that means you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Saturday, so save your questions for then. You guys have a great rest of your night. Bye.